So this morning, I was dropping my daughter off at daycare, and I was riding, and I seen a little girl walking to school with her friend. Two little girls looked like they were probably about 12, or in between 12 to 14. And one of them didn't have on a coat, and it was about like 50 degrees outside. So I'm like, damn. And what's crazy, this how God worked, because I had a coat, I had on this, what I got on now, and I had a coat, I had a coat on. So whenever no, I didn't have no coat on. I'm talking too much. I didn't have no coat on, but my coat was in the seat from yesterday because it was kind of hot. So I had took off my coat and I was just rocking a sweater all day. But usually I take everything out my car. I don't like my car to be cluttered, so I take everything out the car. But for some reason I kept that coat in there. Now let me tell you the backstory on the coat. This is one of my favorite coats because back late last year, fashion brand from London had hit me up and said, "Hey, we want you to wear some of our clothes in your TikTok videos, and we'll send you some for free. You get to pick whatever you want on our website." So they let me go on the website and pick out like I think four items or three, and no, it was four, I think. And that was like the jacket. It was like a military fatigue jacket. Kind of remind you of one of them Vietnam jackets or something. It was real cool, comfortable. You can put it on. It's kind of heavy, but it was still light. So it was one of my favorite jackets. But it was just crazy that the jacket was sitting in my seat from the day before, and I didn't even recognize. But unconsciously, just knowing it's cold outside, I just kind of tried to pat the pot. I stopped and like, hey, I know y'all don't supposed to talk to strangers, but do you got a coat? She's like, nah. I think she said she had a jacket or something, but I don't know. I'm looking. She had a backpack on. And it was cold, and everybody she was walking with had on coats or jackets or hoodies or whatever. And she only had on a shirt, so I gave it to her, and it was just crazy that as soon as she put it on, not only did it match like exactly to the T what color her pants was, but she could actually fit it. Now I wear a large in men, and she was a pretty big girl for her size, but when she put it on, it just fit. And in my eyes, it felt like that was her jacket. Like, that was always hers, but it had me in so many like different emotions as I kind of processed it after it happened. Um, you know, I'm like, wow, I've worked hard enough to where, someone wanted me to wear some clothes all the way from the other side of the globe, and I was able to pick what I wanted, and I handpicked that jacket because I liked it and I favored it. And then here's an opportunity for it's just in my car. I'm not even wearing it. It's just laying in my car from the day before, and the little girl needed a jacket, a coat, and I give it to her and it matched and it fit her. Like, I'm like, wow, that's what your work. But it's back to the work. I'm focused on a portion of like the work, because I really had to put the work in for these people to say, hey, we want to give you some free clothes from London. So I wanted to kind of tell her who I was. I'm sure the kids could put two and two together. If I would have said Trap Spelling Bee, she Googled me, she would have knew that, like, man, somebody pretty cool gave me a jacket. But I didn't even want to do it for that reason. But I'm like, man, it was one of the moments to where once I gave it to her, I had to get my daughter out the car. Because then I'm like, I'm still, like, I was passing her when I was giving it to her. So when I stopped, I'm like, I hope these little girls don't think so. I'm trying to hurry up and get out to get my daughter for them to see, like, hey, he's dropping his daughter off. He's not trying to, kidnap us or something. It was a very spiritual kind of awkward moment. But, when I got my daughter out, I seen him walking past her and the crew that she was with. And I ended up, taking a little picture while I was on my daughter's daycare porch. And it was just like, this picture was important for me because I want to always look back at that. And that's why I go hard, though. That's why I go hard. Like, the whole time I've been doing all of these skits, the content and stuff, and getting my name out there, I knew it would help other people. And right this moment, in this moment of like seeing a little girl, in need of a coat, and I was able to provide that, and I didn't even have to pay nothing for it. It was just sentimental to me because I'm like, I'm now a global brand ambassador. Like, now I'm considered a global brand ambassador because a company from London chose me to market their products. So that was like a real special thing to me, and I got to hand pick it. But for it to match her clothes, and then for her to be able to fit it, like I said, I always look at this picture when I get discouraged, or when this just happened today. But I'll always look at this picture. I want to make sure that was clear. It happened, like this is a real life moment, real emotions. Like I'm gonna always look at this picture when I get tired. Sometimes I want to stop. I don't feel like doing stuff, and it'd be like burning the midnight oil, like sleepless hours. I'm gonna look at this picture and know that what I'm saying. I got to give a little girl a coat that was in need because of my hard work, not because I had money, not because I was rich or I was popular. It was because of my hard work. So I'm gonna keep hustling, going hard for kids like that who need it, and hopefully one day I can look back on this moment, and that little girl can figure out who I am. I got the coat on the TikToks and everything. So, maybe one day she'll see my truck flash across her TikTok and like, hey, that looks like the same. And she go back and she go see the coat that she have in some of the TikTok videos. And I think that'll probably be a priceless moment for her. But if it don't even happen, I just feel, full. It feels good, to be a blessing to someone. And, I'm going to just keep on working and, try to do the same even more. But it is what it is, Got to keep pushing, got to keep the grind alive.